students. Today we will start with lesson number 5, the language of chemistry. It is lesson number 5, part 1, video 14 of class 8th chemistry. The language of chemistry. The language of chemistry is totally different from ordinary language. In chemistry, we use symbols, formulas, and equations to represent substances and the changes they undergo. Do you know who laid the foundation of this language in 19th century? J.J. Berzelius, one of the genius of the chemistry. In language of chemistry, we started with symbol. What are symbols? Symbols or a symbol is an abbreviation for the name of an element. Symbol of different elements have been derived in 3 ways. How many ways? 3 ways. First way, first letter in capital of the English name of an element. The first letter of English have been derived from the name as a symbol. For example, name of the element hydrogen. Symbol capital H. Boron. Symbol capital B. Carbon. Symbol capital C. Nitrogen. Symbol capital N. Similarly, you can find out more elements whose symbols derived from first letter of English name of an element. Second way, first letter along with one more letter of the English name of an element. For example, helium, capital H, small e. Lithium, capital L, small I. Beryllium, capital B, small a. Similarly, you can find out more elements whose symbols are derived from first letter along with one more letter of the English name of an element. Third way, 1 or 2 letters of the Latin name of an element. For example, mercury, Latin name Hydrargyrum, and symbol is capital H, small g. Sodium, Latin name natrium, symbol capital N, small a. Potassium, Latin name kalium, and it symbolizes capital K. Iron, Latin name ferrum, symbolizes capital F, small e. Copper, Latin name cuprum, symbolizes capital C, small u. Silver, argentum, and it symbolizes capital A and small g. Tin, Latin name stannum, and it symbolizes as capital S, small n. Gold, Latin name aurum, and it symbolizes capital A, small u. Lead, plumbum, and it symbolizes capital B and small b. What does a symbol represent? An element in particular, an atom of an element. In the given figure, number of symbols I have pasted, and I hope you all identify that which symbol represents which element. Similarly, some element I have shown this side. Instead of saying that compound common salt is made up of element sodium and chlorine, we can write like this or say like this: the sodium and chlorine, these two elements, when combined together, they form common salt. Instead of write sodium, we can write Na. Instead of write chlorine, we can write Cl. By seeing these symbols, we can identify which elements combine to form salt. Similarly, symbol, it is Cu. What its name? Copper. Cu is red brown. So we use a symbol instead of writing copper in English. Au. This symbol represents gold. And what is the color of gold? Yellow. Aluminium. Al. Symbol of aluminium it is, and it is a metal, whereas Cl, chlorine, it is a non-metal. It represents one molecule of sodium chloride. Formulae. What is formula? The formula of a molecule gives the numbers of atoms of the same or different elements present in a molecule. In other words, we can say that how many atoms of element have been combined together to form molecule. Maybe same type of atom, maybe different kinds of atoms. Formulae of elements. When an atom of an element combine with another atoms of the same element, a molecule is formed. The number of atoms contained in a molecule is called atomicity of the molecule. Molecules of nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and chlorine contain 2 atoms. Their symbols are represent like nitrogen, N2, oxygen, O2, fluorine, F2, chlorine, Cl2. So these molecules are known as diatomic element. Ozone. Ozone is a common example in which 3 atoms are present. Its formula is O3. So, it is known as triatomic gas because ozone is a gas which present in the atmosphere and protect our earth from ultraviolet rays. An atom of a noble gas. The name of the noble gases are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These all are monoatomic because these elements consist only one atom. These all are highly inactive, and these noble gases element does not combine with other atoms because their outer shell is fully filled, and these elements never share their electron with the other. Similarly, elements like phosphorus and sulfur. The atomicity of phosphorus is 4. Atomicity of sulfur is 8. So these are two elements we consider as the example of polyatomic element. Through formulae, we come to know that some elements are monatomic, some are diatomic, some are triatomic, and some are polyatomic elements. Valency of an element. The combining capacity of an element with other elements is known as valency of the element. For example, here I have drawn structure of sodium and chlorine. In case of sodium, we know how many electrons are present? 11. And in chlorine, how many are present? 17. So first shell 2 are filled, second shell 8 electrons are filled, only 1 is left, that is filled in the third shell. In case of chlorine, first shell completed, second completed, in third only 7 are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we know the capacity of this shell is 8. So to complete its octet, chlorine needs 1 electron. And to complete sodium, its outer shell, it needs to give 1 electron from its outer shell. So sodium give it electron to complete itself like a noble gas element. So it give it electron to chlorine because chlorine need 1 electron to fulfill its octet. So that is the combining capacity of an element. We call it as valency of an element. When some element or atom give electron, we know which charge it will achieve, positive. When some element receive electron from other, then which sign it achieve, negative. Why? In structure of an atom, I explain all this. Because in this case, number of proton is more, that's why positive charge. And in case of chlorine, number of electrons are more than the proton, that's why it acquire or achieve negative sign over it. Example, number of hydrogen atoms, that is one atom of an element combine with or displaces from one compound. One atom of chlorine combines with one atom of hydrogen to form one molecule of hydrochloric acid or hydrogen chloride. So valency of chlorine is 1. But one atom each of oxygen, nitrogen and carbon combine with 2, 3 and 4 atoms of hydrogen to form a molecule of water. Formula of water is H2O. Everybody know this formula. Then oxygen, nitrogen, carbon with the valency 2, 3 and 4. They form another compound also like ammonia. Methane. In this formula, we come to know that 2 hydrogen combine with oxygen. In this formula of ammonia, we come to know 3 hydrogen combine with nitrogen, and in case of methane, 4 hydrogen combine with carbon to form these different kinds of compound. On the other hand, an atom of sodium, magnesium and aluminium displaces 1, 2, 3 atoms of hydrogen respectively from an acid. So valency of sodium is 1, magnesium 2, aluminium 3. 1 positive, 2 positive and 3 positive. Element with valency 1, we call such element as monovalent. Element with valency 2, we call it as divalent. With valency 3, we call it as trivalent. Clear? Monovalent, divalent, trivalent. Mono means 1, di means 2, tri means 3. See in table 5.1, they have given valencies of first 20 elements. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. See in the table, elements are arranged in increasing order of atomic number. So we find that their valency is also arranged in order. See in this table, from up to down side, atomic numbers of the elements are in increasing order. So valency gradually rises from 1 to 4 and then fall to 1 and finally to 0. See in table it is arranged like this in increasing order. If you find out configuration, electronic arrangement or configuration, it is like this. Arrangement of electron in first shell. In case of hydrogen, only 1. We know neutron is 0 in hydrogen. Then in lithium, first shell with 2 electron and 1 electron shift in second shell. Similarly, sodium, first shell completed with 2, second shell completed with 8, third shell has only 1 electron. Similarly, potassium, first shell 2 electron, second shell 8, third 8 and fourth shell consists only 1 electron. So these element has capacity to share 1 electron with other. That's why valency of these 4 given element is 1 positive, because they have capability to share only 1 electron with other. So valency gradually rises from 1 to 4 means in first column valency of all given element is 1. In second valency 2. In third 3. In fourth 4. And reverse when we move, it valency become -1. And finally noble gases are there, their valency is 0. Now everybody know what is the valency of fluorine and chlorine? 1. But with negative sign, -1. And valency of hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, clear everybody? It is 1 positive. Valency of beryllium, magnesium, calcium, 2 positive. Valency of oxygen, sulfur, 2 negative. Clear? Valency of boron, aluminium, 3 mean 3 positive. Nitrogen, phosphorus, 3 means 3 negative. Carbon and silicon, its valency is 4 positive. So valency gradually rises from 1 to 4 and then fall to 1 and finally 0. These are noble gases. Already in starting of the videos I have written name of the noble gases: helium, neon, argon. These noble gases have 0 valency. These are inert. They are not capable to react with any other. These are inactive elements occur in nature because it has 0 valency. It need not to take electron from other. It need not to give electron to other. These are stable. That's why they have 0 valency. Some revision question you have to practice. Define term diatomic and divalent. Write symbols of platinum, radium, argon and manganese. Why are noble gases element highly inactive? Revise this chapter up to valency. Thank you.